Okay, good morning, everyone. We are from Group 4 and we have a case study to discuss together. Can I have Karishma to read the situation for us?
Yes, sure. Miss Sim had just started the meeting for 15 minutes when Jackie came into the room without acknowledging her or saying anything. He stopped the meeting and demanded an explanation from her. Jackie, who sounded annoyed, told her that he was late because he had to take his breakfast first. On hearing this, Miss Sim reprimanded him, and she was giving him a lecture on punctuality. Jackie suddenly walked out of the room, angry.
All right, thank you, Karishma. Can I have Sanjana to summarize the whole situation to me?
Yeah, sure, no problem. As you can see, the situation is took place in a meeting room where Miss Sim is leading a meeting. In halfway through the meeting, which is after 15 minutes, the meeting has started. Jackie entered the room without giving any reasons or any explanations for his late arrival. As a leader of the meeting, Miss Sim demanded an explanation from Jackie. Jackie was annoyed by Miss Sim's question and told her that he had to take his breakfast first before coming to the meeting. Miss Sim disapproved his explanation and she started to give him some advices on being punctual. But as she was lecturing him, Jackie suddenly walked out of the room angrily.
All right, thank you so much, Sanjana. Now we have a clearer view of the whole situation. So, there are a few questions that we need to answer. So, the first question is: do you agree with Jackie's action? Why or why not? And what do you think of Jackie's action?
I disagree with Jackie's action because Jackie seems very rude to Miss Sims, who is most likely the chairperson. As an employee, we should always respect our superiors, regardless it is Jackie's fault for coming late to the meeting, and he should give a proper explanation for his late arrival.
I agree with that. Does anybody else has anything to share?
I also agree with the explanation also. I would like to add some. Jackie should not be emotional toward Mrs. Singh who reprimanded him for coming late. Mrs. Singh did the right thing as the person who led the meeting. That's all from me.
Alright. Does anyone have anything else to share for question A? Alright. If there's no other opinion, let's move on to the next question. So question B is: what should Jackie have done instead? So before I will ask anyone to answer, I would like to answer first. Jackie should have apologized for being late, and he shouldn't walk away when we seem advising him. He should always respect his superior. Okay, so that's all from me. Does anybody have anything to share?
Yeah, I have something to share. What Jackie should have done instead was, other than apologizing, was giving Miss Sim a proper and reasonable reason or explanation for his late arrival, and also he should have listened or acknowledged Miss Sim's advice on being punctual. Jackie has nothing to be angry or annoyed by Miss Sim's lecture, as what she did was for his own personal good.
I agree with that 100%. Does anybody have anything to share?
I would like to add on. He should have gotten up earlier for the meeting to be more punctual and responsible and also accept his fault arriving late.
All right. Does anybody has any opinions or ideas to share? All right. If there are no other answers, let's move on to the third question. If you were Miss Kim, how would you handle this situation?
If I were Miss Sim, I would like giving a counsel regarding this situation on how to respect elderly and how to be punctual for meeting. And I will ask him to of his clarification on being late for meeting.
I disagree with the idea of giving him counseling. I personally think counseling won't be helpful in handling this kind of situations. If I was missing personally, I would give Jackie some time to pull himself together before asking why he was late. for the meeting or before giving him any advices. I suppose in this way it will help Jackie to understand the advice that I gave him, and also it will be a chance to have a more calm conversation.
I would like to add on something. If I were Mrs. Sim, I will advise Jackie by speaking kindly and asking his reason to be late on the meeting. I consider talking to Jackie kindly will help to resolve the problem easily.
All right. Sharat, would you like to share some of your opinions?
I also will do the same thing as mentioned. I'd inquire as to why he was late and advise him to be more polite.
All right, thank you. Anyone else would like to share?
I would like to share my opinion on this. If I will miss him, I will try to talk to Jackie privately and stay calm while talking to him to explain his point of view and his mistakes. I will also do try to explain the consequence of his behavior directly to him and advise him to change his behavior to make it more respectful toward superior.
All right, thank you, Ellie. Now, the last question of the case study is provide other possible actions that Ms. Sim could have taken in this case. State your rationale for each action. I would like to share my opinions first. Miss Sim could have asked Jackie to have a seat and talk to him nicely, as he get annoyed or angry easily. Alright, now anyone would like to share their opinions?
Other possible action that Miss Sim could have taken in this case is having a long talk with him so that by talking to him as nicely as possible and advise him more about being punctual too, as well as explain the importance of the meeting so that he understands and be more considerate the next time.
I will also suggest the same thing, but I will ask for counselor help to give him counseling. Counseling help the employee to come out from their problem, give a new way to deal with the problems. Counseling show how much the employer or superior care for the employee. Counseling may help to identify the employee work predators problem and the poor performance.
Alright. Anyone else want to share their opinions?
I would like to share mine. Miss Sim can give him a strict warning to not to repeat his mistake again, such as being late for me.
I don't think so. That is a good idea. I think giving strict warnings won't fix the situation or his behavior. So I suggest listening to his explanation and giving advice kindly, so it won't make him annoyed or angry.
I'll agree with that. Anyone else want to share their opinions? Alright, if there are no other answers or opinions, that will conclude our whole discussion with that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.